Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Well, in today's video, we are going to build this gradient color generator completely from scratch using only HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let me first show you the final project. As you can see, whenever I click on either buttons, a new random color is generated instantly, right? The background gradient also updated automatically, as you can see, and the button color also changes to match the generated color, right? And if I click on this code section, you can see it copies the complete CSS gradient code directly to the clipboard, and it's making it easy to your own project. So by the end of this video, you will understand every line of code, even if you're just starting with JavaScript. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with the HTML section. So firstly, we're going to create the structure of our web page. So for that, we want a boilerplate. And I'm gonna give a title called gradient generator. Gradient generator. And also we're going to link our CSS file to this HTML page. So for that, we're gonna do the link. Here we're gonna put our file name. Okay. And as we know, everything inside a box, we want everything inside a box. So for that, I'm gonna create a div. And I'm gonna give a class container. All right. And we're gonna give a heading, as we want a heading, h1, and let's give one emoji like this, and let's give it a gradient generator, and let's see if it's working or not. So let's go live, and here we go. So we have a heading, and we want a button. We want two buttons. So for that, we're going to create a separate div, and inside that we're going to define two buttons. So I'm going to create a div and just give a class called button or buttons, and inside that let's create two buttons. So we have buttons two. So put it over here. And let's give a class ID called btn1, so that it's going to be the first button, and give it any random color. Suppose I'm giving this one 4F4, 6E5, any random color, any default color we can give. And also we're going to give a ID that is going to be btn2. And also let's give again any default color. So I'm gonna give 933. Then we have okay. Then let's see. So we have these two button with any default color. Okay. And we also have a box where we have a code of that generated background. So for that, we're gonna make one more div. And let's give a class called code, and I'm going to give one more thing is ID. I'm also giving ID, which is going to be our copy code. Okay, copy code. Let's give it like this, and inside that I'm going to write background. Let's give it background. It will be your linear gradient. And inside that I'm going to give a degree, which is going to be 135 degree. It will going to display on our web page, and that default color that we have given to our buttons. So this is what default color is. Let's give one more, and here we can see, yes. So we have a heading, we have two buttons, and we can say a box where we get the code of our generated background. And I think that's all we need for the HTML. Our page structure is now ready, and so now let's make it more modern. So let's move to our CSS file. Okay, so firstly we're going to remove all the default margin or padding. So let's select our universal selector, and here we're going to give a margin which is going to be 0, and also our padding which is also going to be 0. So that we're going to remove all the default margin and padding. One more thing, we're going to give box sizing, yes, which is going to be our border box. And let's give a font family. I'm gonna give some Arial type of font. Let's see. Yes. And let's move towards our body. So for body, let's give a height, which is going to be our 100 viewport height. Then because we want everything at the center right, so for that we're gonna do display flex. So display, it will going to be our flex. We're gonna make a flex box, and yes, because we want everything at the center, so justify content center and align item center. Yes, let's see. Yes. Let's give a background also that we have set in our HTML, that default background. So let's give it background, which is going to be, let's copy from this linear gradient and put it here. Let's see. Not good. Not different. Okay, it's not background color. It's gonna be a background only. Yes. And let's give a smooth transition. So for that, I'm gonna give transition, which is going to be 0.3 seconds. Yeah. All right. What next we have? Okay, so we have a container. So let's give a CSS to our container. Then a class called container. Okay, let me check the spelling. Okay. So let's give a width because we wanted to create a box. So for that, we're gonna give width. Let's take it for 10. Okay, I didn't get that. Width it's going to 420. Going to be better. And then we're going to give padding, which is going to be our 35 pixel. And let me give a border that, see that, right? So it's going to be border 2 pixel solid black. Let's see. Yes. Okay. And let's do the text alignment. The text alignment is going to be our center. Here we have. And let's give a background. I want to give a background a bit of transparent, right? So for that, let's give a background which is going to be our, for transparent we have RGBA, which is going to be 55. Then we have 255 and point. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. Let's give a bit of blurriness. So for that, we're gonna give backdrop filter. Yes, and we're gonna give blur, which is going to be 15 pixel. Okay, let's see. Yes, and our border radius. Border radius is going to 10 pixel. I'm gonna give some more. Let's make it 20 pixel. Yes, and let's remove this border. Yeah, I think it's look better. Okay. Now, what next we have? I think heading. Yeah. So let's design this heading. So H1. Let's give a color. I'm gonna give white. Whitish. Oh yes. Then little bit of, give a margin from bottom. So margin from bottom side. Let's give it 20 pixel. Let's check. I'm gonna give some more. Let's give it 30 pixel. Yes. Okay. Next we have buttons. buttons class, or we have a button. Okay, so let's move towards our buttons, or I'm gonna simply write like button, both are same, button tag, and let's design it. So we're gonna give a border none. I'm gonna give a border none. Look at this. Okay, then we have padding, which is going to be our, I'm gonna give 12 pixels and 2 pixels. Also we have border radius. Let's give a border radius. This is going to be, let's give it 30 pixels. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's look good. Then what we can do is just do cursor pointer. Yeah. Then let's give a font size. So font size, let's give it 15 pixels. Yes. And font weight. So I'm gonna give it bold. Yes. And also the color going to be similar to the heading. So let's give it white. So it's going to be not white. Let's give it black only. Yes. Okay, now let's come to the button 1, which is our ID BTN1. So let's give a background. I do have that default background color that we have given initially on our HTML page. Here we have given, we're gonna give that default color that we have. Yes. And also our BTN2, so hashtag BTN2, let's give that background color. That one we have given 9. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, and I think now I have to different color like this. A little bit brighter. Let's choose. Yeah. Now what we have, yes, we have this block, we have this div block where we're going to define our that code of our color. So for that we have dot code. We have a code class, right? Yes. And inside that, let's give a margin from the top side. I'm gonna give a 30 pixel. Let's see. Yes. And after that, let's give a color similar, that white. Give color white. And padding, let's give it 18 pixel. Then what we have, yes, and let's give a border from the left side so that it's good look. Good. So our border from left, let's give it something like 5 pixel. Solid white. Okay. Yes. Okay. Then let's give a background. So our background color will be our RGB. Let's give it similar type of color, but bit of like this. Yes. Okay, also we're going to do the cursor equals to pointer, and let's give a bit of word break. So we're going to give a word break word, yes. So here we have. So now here you can see that our project has a modern UI. We have this button, we have this heading, and we have this block where we're gonna get the display of our generated color code. And now here comes the interesting part, that is our JavaScript. So our goal is very simple, that whenever we're going to whenever the user will going to click on the button, we have to generate a random hex color. And also one more thing is that we need to update the button text and page gradient simultaneously. So let's start. So firstly, I'm going to select the both of these buttons. For that, we're going to take const. Let's select from our HTML. So we're going to write const. Let's give it btn1, which is going to be document dot get element by id, our btn1. So we'll select our btn1 inside the code. Yes. And similarly for button 2, have btn2. So let's give it btn2. Yes. And also that id, one more id we have, that is copy code block. So for that, let's do the same. And here we're going to write code, and let's select that id that we have copy code. Yes, copy code. Okay. And as we are generating colors, let's take some color. So let's give it color 1, our default color 1, which is hashtag inside this code, which is our that is 4f4, that default color 6 5, and the another one for color 2, let's give it another color, that default color, copy paste from here. Okay. So we have these buttons and that code block. Firstly, we're going to generate some random hex colors. So for that, we're going to make a function called random color, so that we're going to get the random colors. So we're going to create a function and let's name it random color. Random color. It will going to generate random color. And let's take a variable called hex. As we know, we're going to generate a hex color. So for that, we want a hexadecimal number, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we have A, B, F. Yes. And also at the starting, we need to insert hashtag before the color. So I'm going to take a color, which is going to be our, where I'm going to store hashtag. Okay. We're going to apply a for loop, so that we're going to extract a number from our string. So for let I, we're going to start from 0, as we want 6 numbers, right? We can see we have 6 numbers, right? So to generate a color, we want a 6 numbers. That is why I is going to be less than 6, and I plus plus. Inside this, we're going to add inside our color plus equals to the number, right? We want any random number from this string. So for that, we're going to write math. So firstly, we have this hex. Inside this, we have math function, math dot random. We're going to call it random because we want 16, right? So we're going to multiply with 16, so that it's going to be hexadecimal. So here we generate the hex color, but it will generate on decimal numbers, right? But we want an integer. So for that, we're going to wrap up inside math.flow. Math.flow. Inside that we have dot random. Yes. And then we're going to return our color. So this function is basically going to return color. Okay. Now let's move to our next part. we have two buttons, right? So whenever the user going to click on those buttons, so we need to change the background, also the text of that button, and also the background of that button, right? So we have btn1 dot on click. From btn1 dot on click, we're going to make a fat arrow function, and inside that we're gonna get the color 2. For color 1, we'll take a color 1. For btn1, we're going to take a color 1, and then we're going to call this function random color. So let's call this random color, and we're also going to change their inner text, because when we change the background, the text also going to change according to the background, the text of the button. So for that, we're going to do btn1 dot inner text, which is going to be our color 1, and also the background of our button, right? It will also going to change according to our background. So let's change the button background, which is going to be btn1 dot from style. Then we have background, which is going to be our color 1. So let's select this color 1.
Okay.
Yes. Now we're going to do the same thing for the button 2. So let's do the exactly same. But we need to change this from btn1 to btn2, and also this color 1 to color 2. Right? Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm going to make one more function which is going to update this block of code. It will also going to change according to our background when we click on the button. So this code will also going to change. So for that, we'll again going to make one more function. Let's make a function over here. So I'm going to make one more function which is going to be function. Let's name this upgrade gradient. So we have
Okay.
Gradient. This is our function, and inside this we need to change their background, right? Okay, so let's do document dot body dot style. From style, we want a background, so it's gonna be background equals to in backticks we have a linear gradient. We have a linear gradient as we have given in our HTML code, that is 135 degree, and we do have colors, right? So for color 1, let's give a color 1 that we have defined already. Here we have color 1, right? And after that it will going to generate our color 1 will going to change, right? Okay, and also we're going to update our color 2. So here we have color 2. Okay, let's give a semicolon, and then also we're going to do code dot inner HTML. We're going to change it to inside this backtick background, then have linear gradient. I'm gonna give 135 degree, and again that updated colors. So let's do this. So we have color 1 and comma color 2. It's going to cover color 2. Alright, and let's give a colon, and then also we're going to call this function, so which is going to be our upgrade gradient. Similarly for btn2, let's do this upgrade gradient. pixel. So let's see. Here we have, so whenever we're gonna click on the buttons, so our color will also going to change, the background of button is also going to change, and here also you can see the coding, the code colors, the color code also going to change. Yes. So one more feature we're going to add, that whenever the user going to click on this box, so we're going to have a pop-up that this code is going to be copied. So let's make one more function where we're going to use keyboard API. So let's do, we have this code dot on click. So whenever the user going to click on this code, so this function will going to call. So we're going to call this. So for that we're going to use a keyboard API. So let's do this, navigator dot clipboard, navigator dot clipboard. We have function called
Okay.
write text. Yes, and inside that we're going to give code dot inner text and one alert pop-up. So for that let's give a alert where we're going to show copy. Yes.
Okay.
So whenever I click on this box, so we have a pop-up called copy. And finally we have successfully built this beautiful gradient color generator using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So if you enjoyed this project and learned something new, so don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, because I will be uploading more beginner friendly JavaScript projects and web development tutorials. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.